Hey folks, if you drive a Silverado, Tahoe, or Colorado, you know, Chevy engines are tough, but even V8s like the LS or Vortec can lose pep after years of short trips and skip maintenance. Throttle feels sluggish, power isn't smooth. The good news? These simple proven steps, mostly DIY, under $500, can reset your engine close to factory fresh. Follow them and you'll dodge costly rebuilds, boost MPG, and get that crisp power back. Let's dive in. Your truck deserves it. Think of your Silverado or Tahoe's oil as its lifeblood, pumping through every piston, camshaft, and bearing to keep things moving smoothly. Skipping the filter at each change is like trying to put fresh water through a sponge clogged with grit. It barely cleans anything. You're recirculating dirt, metal shavings, and combustion residue straight back into the engine. That's how premature wear happens. For most GM V8s, I recommend a 5,000-mile or 6-month interval using Dexos-approved 5W30 full synthetic and a quality AC Delco PF63 filter. Check the dipstick weekly, too. If it's low or smells burnt, top off with the exact spec. Short trips especially dilute oil faster and hide wear. I've seen fleets in the Midwest push to 7,500 miles, and it shows. Bearings start showing wear, turbo shafts loosen, and owners see oil consumption spike. One Silverado at 80,000 miles cut the interval in half after oil analysis revealed sparkly metal. The results? Oil usage dropped, power returned, and the engine ran quieter. DIY is straightforward. Jack the truck safely, drain the pan, replace the filter, hand tight plus a quarter turn, refill 6 quarts, torque the drain plug, and you're done. No more grinding noises, no more overheating on highway pulls. This habit alone adds tens of thousands of miles to your engine life. Bonus tip: if oil looks sparkly or black early, check for coolant contamination. Head gasket problems catchable before catastrophic failure. Take care of the oil, and your Chevy will idle smooth, pull strong, and stay reliable far longer than most owners ever expect. Ever noticed your 5.3-liter Chevy surging at stops or hesitating under light acceleration? That's usually carbon buildup choking the throttle body. Dirty throttle plates restrict airflow, trigger check engine lights, reduce fuel efficiency, and make merging onto highways feel twitchy. Fixing it is easy and inexpensive. Remove the intake tube, grab a CRC throttle body cleaner in a soft rag. Spray generously inside the bore and around the plate, wiping carefully without touching or scratching the TPS sensor. Reinstall, then perform an idle relearn. Warm the engine, AC on, idle for 10 minutes steady. You'll immediately notice the RPM stabilizes, hesitation disappears, and acceleration sharpens. This isn't just theory. I've cleaned 5.3 liters and 6.2 liters from fleet trucks in the Southwest. Post-clean, drivers swear their 150,000-mile vehicles feel brand new. Trucks previously jerked at stoplights, now idle smooth, and the pedal snaps back crisply. It's a 30-minute job that saves hundreds at the shop. Pro tip: scan for codes first. Pair with a MAF clean and your engine's air intake system resets fully. You'll recover lost horsepower, improve miles per gallon, and extend throttle body and intake life. Ignoring it leads to stubborn CELs and sluggish highway pulls. Your Vortec or Ecotec 3 needs free-flowing air like a bodybuilder needs oxygen. A dirty air filter drops miles per gallon by 3 to 4, starves your engine on inclines, and allows dirt to erode pistons or turbo internals over time. Off-roaders in Colorado or the Midwest know the pain. Filters packed after a few dusty months. OEM or K&N drop-ins work great. Inspect monthly and replace if no light passes through. Next, address the MAF sensor. Spray dedicated cleaner 4 inches from the wires. Air dry an hour minimum. Reconnect and clear codes. One Silverado gained 2 miles per gallon instantly. Hills no longer sluggish and lean codes vanished. This 10-minute fix sharpens throttle, restores power, and prevents rich, lean running that fouls plugs early. Pair with a clean cabin filter for optimal airflow. Neglect it, and the ECU struggles, throttle response lags, and your engine labors unnecessarily. Do it consistently and your truck will rev eagerly, pull strong, and run efficiently for hundreds of thousands of miles. Nothing kills confidence faster than your 6.2-liter Tahoe or Silverado stumbling during a highway merge or coughing on a cold start. The culprit? Worn spark plugs and aging ignition coils. Iridium plugs last longer than copper, resist fouling, and maintain gap consistency, but even they need attention every 60,000 miles. Skip it, and misfires hit, catalytic converters suffer, and fuel efficiency tanks. The process is straightforward. Work one cylinder at a time. Remove the coil boot, blow debris from the spark well, unscrew the old plug with a thin wall socket, set the new gap to your manual spec, usually .040 to .060, hand tighten, then torque to 11 foot-pounds on aluminum heads, grease the coil boots lightly to maintain dielectric strength, reconnect firmly, and move to the next cylinder. Neglecting plugs and coils isn't theoretical. Fleet techs see hundreds of 100,000-mile-plus Silverados with clogged cats and poor highway pulls. Fresh plugs and coils transform performance. Idle is rock solid, throttle response crisp, and the engine hums smoothly under load. Replacing both costs about $150 for full V8 and takes roughly 2 hours DIY. Compare that to $2,000 dealer catalytic converter repairs caused by misfires. It's a no-brainer. Pro tip: inspect ignition wires too. Cracks or heat damage can mimic coil failure, leading to a wild goose chase. One owner wasted days chasing misfires until a cracked wire was replaced. After the swap, throttle response snaps back, cold starts smooth, and engine vibrates less. This simple service restores lost torque, improves fuel efficiency, and extends component life dramatically. Bottom line, don't let spark plugs and coils slip under the radar. Your Silverado or Tahoe will reward you with highway confidence, smooth acceleration, and long-term reliability. Consider it insurance for hundreds of thousands of miles of trouble-free driving. That tiny PCV valve on your Ecotec 3 or V8 Silverado might seem inconsequential, but it's your engine's exhale system. Venting blow-by pressure keeps seals, gaskets, and intake clean. When it clogs around 50,000 miles, crankcase pressure spikes, pushing oil into intake manifolds, causing rough idle, blue smoke, and high oil consumption. The fix is easy. Pull the hose, remove the valve, give it a shake. If it rattles freely, it's good. Silent or sticky, swap it for $20 in under 5 minutes. No tools required. Symptoms hit hard. Burning a quart of oil per week, rough idling, sludge buildup under valve covers, classic PCV failure. I've seen Colorado ranch trucks with 150,000 miles breathe new life immediately after a PCV swap. Fleet techs swear by this simple test. One neglected PCV can result in $3,000 cleanup bills. For boosted 6.2-liter trucks, add a catch can to trap extra oil mist and install reverse flow valves for improved crankcase ventilation. Post-replacement, idle stabilizes, blue smoke disappears, and rev response smooths. Pairing this with a breather filter keeps the crankcase healthy and prevents oil leaks that destroy intake sensors over time. Don't wait for codes. This is a silent killer creeping into high-mileage V8s, especially after winter storage or prolonged highway idling. A fresh PCV valve restores factory vacuum, improves engine efficiency, reduces oil consumption, and keeps your Silverado, Tahoe, or Sierra running strong for years. It's cheap, fast, and one of the most underrated preventative maintenance items out there. Coolant is the unsung hero of your Chevy Silverado, Tahoe, or Sierra. DexCool in GM trucks fights corrosion, but neglect it and it gels, overheats, and wreaks havoc on aluminum heads and blocks. I can't stress enough, a flush every 50,000 miles or 5 years with a 50-50 mix of pre-mixed coolant and distilled water keeps things flowing. Never use tap water. Minerals destroy passages and cause hot spots. Check coolant cold in the reservoir between the min-max marks. After refills, burp the system to remove trapped air pockets that cause localized boiling. But don't stop there. Transmission fluid. Dexron 6 every 60,000 miles, pan drop service. Brake fluid, flush every 3 to 5 years, DOT 3-4. and power steering levels all play into overall system strength. Low fluids in any of these areas can cascade into warped heads, slipping transmissions, and soft brakes. I've seen fleet vehicles saved by a proper full flush program. One Tahoe with overheated stale Dexcool avoided a $4,000 gasket replacement just by flushing and topping off fluids. Inspect hoses monthly. Soft spots, cracks, or weeps are warnings before catastrophic failure. Midwest winters are brutal. A cracked hose or frozen line can destroy a block in minutes. DIY coolant replacement costs about $50 for a jug of premix. ATF service is around $200, far cheaper than a $4,000 trans rebuild. Bleeding brakes with pads installed ensures ABS systems operate at full efficiency, preventing module damage. A full fluid check keeps pressure balanced, engine cool, and shifting battery. Fleet operators swear by monthly logs, preventing 90% of common failures. Bottom line, neglecting fluids isn't an option. Coolant and related fluid maintenance keeps your Silverado, Tahoe, or Sierra running smooth, avoids emergency roadside repairs, and protects long-term engine and drivetrain health. A few minutes a month saves thousands and gives peace of mind on every highway pull. Heat ages belts and hoses fast, especially under heavy towing or high summer temps. Your serpentine belt powers everything: alternator, AC, power steering, and water pump. Snap one while driving and you're stranded. Engine overheating, battery dead. A quick monthly visual inspection prevents most roadside nightmares. Check the belt for cracks wider than paper, shiny glaze, or fraying edges. Squeals on startup? Replace it immediately. A Gates serpentine belt costs about $50 and usually comes with a tensioner tool. Easy DIY swap. Hoses? Squeeze them. Soft spots, bulges, or leaks mean replacement. Don't skip clamps, they're first to fail under pressure. Fleet techs keep thousands of 1500s and 2500s on the road with this routine. Southwest trucks in particular see rapid UV cracking, while cold Midwest winters can stiffen hoses to failure. One Silverado farm truck destroyed a belt at 120,000 miles because the owner ignored cracks. $50 replacement, no tow required. Inspect idler pulleys too. Wobble indicates wear. Replace proactively. A clean, tensioned belt means whisper-quiet accessories, reliable charging, and steady cooling. Hoses intact keep pressure consistent and prevents leaks that spike temps. A 45-minute DIY check can save hours of towing and thousands in emergency repairs. Long-haul reliability comes from vigilance. Catch issues early, replace cheap parts now, and avoid catastrophic breakdowns later. Ethanol blends and long fill-ups can gum up fuel injectors, especially LS3 and direct injection Vortec engines. Symptoms? Hesitation under load, uneven acceleration, poor MPG or CELs. Treating injectors regularly keeps atomization sharp, valves clean, and torque strong. A quick fix? Techron Concentrate Plus every 5,000 miles. Pour into a full tank, run it hot, and take it for a spirited drive. It dissolves carbon deposits and restores spray patterns. Fleet Chevy trucks report dramatic improvements. One 100,000-mile Silverado regained highway performance and miles per gallon jumped 1 to 1.5 miles per gallon after a single treatment. Combine with premium gas to reduce ethanol gumming. Consider seafoam oil additive for rings and upper cylinders if deposits are stubborn. Direct injection engines benefit most. Caked valves rob low-end torque and throttle response. One technician performed annual walnut blasting on high-mileage trucks. $500 shop job to remove stubborn carbon. The results were dramatic. Smooth throttle, stable idle, strong hills, happy cats. A neglected fuel system leads to weak acceleration, engine bogging, and premature injector failure. For $12 per bottle, you prevent $1,500 injector swaps. Quarterly attention keeps high-mileage trucks pulling like new, prolongs injector life, and maintains engine health. In short, fuel treatment is cheap, fast, and hugely effective. It preserves throttle response, efficiency, and torque, and keeps your Vortec or LS3 running like it did the day it rolled off the lot. Don't underestimate it. Clean injectors are the difference between a sluggish, carbon-choked engine and a smooth, responsive powerhouse. Alright, let's talk about one of those super fixes that most Chevy owners completely overlook but literally pays huge dividends: your battery terminals and ground connections. Picture this: you're in a Midwest winter. Truck cranks slow as molasses, or worse, fires up but throws random misfires on the highway because the ECU's seeing voltage dips. Those corroded posts and loose grounds, silent killers. They drop resting voltage below 12.3 volts, fool sensors into rich, lean chaos, and stress alternators over time. I've seen Silverados limp home with P0300 codes that vanished after a 10-minute clean. Just a quarter-inch of crud starving the ECM. Here's the fix. Grab a cup of water with a tablespoon of baking soda, a wire brush, and dielectric grease. Disconnect negative first. Scrub posts and cable ends until shiny. Rinse, dry, and slather grease thick. It seals out moisture. Reconnect tightly with a wrench. While you're at it, check frame and engine grounds. Clean the fat cables where they bolt, tighten to about 15 foot-pounds, and watch voltage spikes smooth out instantly. Test your battery at any auto parts store. They'll do it for free. Under 12.3 volts resting or weak crank amps? Time for a new battery. AGM batteries are a great upgrade if you've got stop-start Ecotech 3s. Fleet pros swear by this routine. One Colorado fleet cut jump starts by 90% just from maintaining terminals. Do it annually or after floods or jump starts. Feel the difference. Instant starts. No stumble on cold pulls. Dash lights steady. Electronics happy. Alternator chill. Random CELs? Voltage log first. Beats a $200 diagnostic. Your LS V8 idles confidently, and your truck stays reliable past 200,000 miles. Don't sleep on this. Pop the hood today and restore that snap-start glory. Ever notice your Tahoe or Silverado puffing white smoke on cold starts after weeks of 5-mile commutes? That's wet stacking. Unburned fuel and moisture gumming your oil pan, sticking rings and clogging cats. Diesels suffer worse, but gas LS engines hate short trips too. Condensation dilutes oil, carbon cakes valves, EGR chokes slow. Engines hate it. Solution? Weekly Italian tune-up. Hit the highway for 20 to 30 minutes, 65 to 70 miles per hour, revving 3,000 to 3,500 RPM in top gear. This burns off residues, lubricates seals, clears cats passively, and resets the ECU trims. Your engine will love the balanced air-fuel adjustments post-run. Stored trucks benefit from high idle or oil stabilizers like Lucas, keeping dry starts from eating bearings. Short trip commutes are brutal. One Texas rancher did weekly I-80 runs, reviving a 150,000-mile Silverado to feel like 50,000 miles. MPG up 2, torque back on hills. Symptoms of neglect? Hard cold starts, milky oil, flat power. Park wrong for a week and rings glaze, compression drops. Fleets mandate a 30-mile minimum weekly, and the drivers rave about the throttle snap performance. Find a safe stretch, interstate, back road, twisty 2-lane. Keep EGTs steady and exhaust clear. Afterward, oil smells fresh, idle purrs, throttle is crisp. Pair with fuel additive for valve cleanup if needed. Skip it, and you're looking at walnuts blasting the cats for $800. Weekly highway bursts revive torque, keep revs free, and protect your engine. Your Chevy will breathe deep, pull strong, and stay happy for years. Your Chevy doesn't whisper when something's wrong, it shouts. That faint, cold tick fading as the engine warms could be lifters or low oil pressure. Startup squeals, serpentine slipping, hissing, coolant leak, planning a gasket failure, knocking under load, bearings crying. Don't wait to seize. Smart owners record sounds during cold and hot drives, note dash lights, a P0420 cat code, scan OBD2 ASAP with a $20 blue driver. Read live data before codes bury you. Ignoring CELs costs a lot later. One Tahoe owner heard a faint click at 90,000. Oil analysis caught bearing wear. $1,500 fix versus $8,000 teardown. Rough idle, MAF or throttle body dirty, burning smell, oil leak or slipping clutch. Fleet techs log noises weekly. Midwest haulers scan monthly after winter salt. Noises escalate. Tick to grind equals act now. Pull over safely, hood up, ear on engine, replicate under load. Apps and YouTube help match sounds. Early attention beats catastrophic engine failure. Feel vigilant? Steady hums, clean pulls. Video checklists teach to listen first. Your Vortec talks, translate it. Scan at every oil change. Clear ghosts, chase real issues. Dash warnings, diagnose the same day. Build an ear-engine bond. 200,000 miles of flawless operation comes from attention. Don't mute murmurs. Tune in, save thousands, and drive confidently. Hit these religiously. Your Chevy V8 roars, factory fresh, past 300,000 miles, blending maintenance smarts with highway habits for unbreakable legends.